Hey guys, what's good? We are back for another edition of Work Diaries. It's been so long since the last one. Too long. Way too long since the last Work Diaries. I literally feel like a completely different person almost. But kind of also exactly the same, weirdly enough. So anyway, we'll get into it. But yeah, it's August 4th right now, and I think the last Work Diaries I recorded was on June. When was it? It was to be fair, it was like late June. I reckon it was around like June 20th. So it's only been a bit over a month, to be honest with you. But yeah, it feels like it's been ages ago. So much has happened, so much. Obviously I finished up at work before going to my trip to Malaysia. I went on an exchange, and then I went to Japan, came back. A new semester just started last week, and first day back, my boss was also on holiday, so he just came back this week. I came back about 2 weeks ago now, so it's been good. I've been chilling right here, but yeah, I've got so much to catch you up on. It's kind of like, where do I start? Like from doing these like twice a week to not having made one in like 6 weeks. It's like there's so much I could go with. I'm thinking, do I just like do a recount, like start back from what happened, or do I just like pinpoint key stuff as it comes up? I think that's probably the option I'll go with. So I'll probably just pinpoint key stuff, and as we keep going. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll start off with just talking about what I've got on for today. So today, another busy day. As you can see, as well, I'll give you guys a fit check. Pretty same as usual. It's been a bit over a month, but the fits haven't really changed too much. We got, of course, the old quarter zip, could never forget that. Shirt underneath, pants, as you can see, and shoes, which is nice. I've got a thing after work today in the city, this law thing, which should be nice and interesting. I'm excited for it. Some good networking opportunities, some people from some good firms and everything will be there. So yeah, that's straight after. So of course work finishes at 5. That's in the city. I've got to be there by about 5:45. So I could Uber, but I think I'll just tram, save my money, because there's a lot of stuff which I could be spending my money on right now otherwise. Because if I Ubered there and home, it'd be like $40 worth of Ubers, compared to if I just caught the tram both ways, it'd be like $4. So that is probably worth it, you would say, isn't it? Although, if you save time, you save time. So that's also a good thing. So worthy considerations both ways. But I'm leaning towards tram right now. We'll see how things go. At least maybe on the way there, tram. Maybe Uber home, depending on how much time I think it'll take me to get home otherwise. But yeah, we shall see. So yeah, that's what I got on for today. So of course, today I woke up at 6. Back at it, waking up early. Got in an hour of work for this business which I'm starting up. It's a little bit of a CV business, like resume writing business. I'm just trying to do it for people where I can, just through basically cold DMing on LinkedIn. And so right now I'm just doing it for free, because I haven't done it too much, and so I'm just doing it for free for people, and just being like, in exchange, all I need is feedback and a testimonial. And so I've done a few of those so far. I've done maybe 5 or 6, and so I was doing one of them this morning. Got about 3/4 of the way done, so I just need to polish it off, hopefully tonight, and send it back to the person. And then they give me a testimonial, some feedback, which is good. So like I said, I've got a few of those so far, but that's good and everything, but I think the real challenge is going to be charging for money. How am I actually going to get someone to pay me for this service? That just seems like a massive challenge in and of itself. So I really don't know. It's gonna have to be through word of mouth, I would feel like. I just I can see myself keeping going on this trajectory, and just getting people to making CVs for people for free. But even charging $5, $10 for a CV, I just really can't see it right now, which is annoying me. because obviously that's the level I want to get to. But of course, I've only been working at it for a few weeks, so I've got to keep persisting. Like, this is the hardest the business will get at the start. It only gets easier, you know, like leveling up only gets easier. It's always hardest at the start, so I just got to keep trying to power through as much as possible. I mean, that's a consoling feeling, I guess, you know, like if I can just get past this speed bump, this speed hump, or whatever, this roadblock, you know, of getting my first sale, it only gets easier. You know, after you get your first sale, the second is easier. You know, after you get your second, the third is easier. You know, I'm at the very hardest point right now. And yeah, but like I can genuinely see this business taking off. I just got to get through this one roadblock. You know, I mean, take it one step at a time. Like, obviously I would love this to be $1 million company one day, business one day. Who knows if it'll ever get there, you know, but you just got to start one block at a time. And so it's just getting that first sale, you know, even if it is just for $5 or $10, actually getting someone to pay me, you know, someone that I don't know, especially. I mean, it could be someone that I do know, but like, I think it would be even more powerful if it was someone that I didn't know. So just getting someone to do that, I think would just be uber helpful. But yeah, anyway, word of mouth can spread afterwards. So yeah, that's business-wise what I'm mainly doing right now. So I'm just trying to do that an hour a day, 2 hours a day where I can. The thing is, I am underloading this semester, and underloading basically refers to like a full-time load at university is 4 units per semester, so 4 subjects per semester. And right now I'm only doing 3. So I've done that for a few reasons. Number one, because a lot of people actually tend to, because I mean, when you do have work on and you do have, you know, co-curriculars, like my universities, I'm on 2 different law clubs at university. You know, I work 2 days a week and everything. It can get a lot pretty quickly. But I mean, like I did last semester, I did manage it doing 4 subjects. But just because I really want my business to take off now, I really want to make sure I dedicate time to it. You know, like I said, 2 hours a day, just try to get it done. And yeah, I really want to dedicate that time to it. And so I think I really do need to just underload, take some of the pressure off. And I think that's probably, yeah, the easiest way of doing it, just dropping one subject, which means my degree extends out to 6 years. But to be honest, I'm fine with that. I don't actually mind that. So yeah, I'm okay with that happening, and that's how that's going. But yeah, that's probably like one of the top things on my mind. Also, there's this election happening for my university's law society. It's a competitive election as well. It's got me a little bit scared, not gonna lie. So I've been putting in a lot of work for that. Basically, the rundown of that is I'll probably be talking a lot about it over the next few weeks in this series, because it's, yeah, one of the things at the most forefront of my mind right now. But basically, every year for my law society, which I am currently on, there is an election to get onto the committee. And so I went in the election last year and I managed to get it. So from the position I'm on right now, about 26 people nominated for it and only 4 got elected. So I was lucky enough to be one of those. So yeah, I was lucky enough to be one of those, but now I'm trying to like take a step up in the committee. So this year I've just been like an officer, and I'm trying to go up to a director role. So even though it sounds like there's probably only going to be about 4 people going for it, all those 4 people managed to get elected last year in like that very competitive race. And so like, to me, the competition's gone up a notch still, even, you know. So even if there's only one position right now out of the 4 people going for it, for the director role. The officers there's more of. So it's going to be competitive, but I've been really just trying to network as much as possible, which is part of the reason I've chosen to go to this event tonight. I didn't have to go to this one, but I'm going to meet people there, just try to, yeah, meet as many new people as I can there, which I think is going to be really beneficial for me. And yeah, I'm genuinely feeling like a bit of a politician. Like, this is what politicians would do and everything. You know, go to different events, meet people, try to get votes and everything. So yeah, just gonna try to do my best with that. So yeah. Anyway, I am pretty much at work now. I know I've not even really talked about my trip yet, so I'll try to do that on my lunch break, or at least a walk home. Actually, there might not even be a walk home, because again, I'm going straight to the event after this, after I finish at work, but we'll see. Hopefully lunch break. So anyway, yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. Hey guys, we are back on the lunch break. I have just finished up my blueberries and I'm sitting down on the grass today, because why not? Not on the benches, just down there. Even though I haven't been back here for a while. A guy was sitting down there, so I was like, on one of them, so I was like, I could sit on the other, but why not just sit on the grass? It's nice and sunny, so I've been enjoying it. Anyway, so going back to some of my trip though, my trip's been really good. It was really fun. Like, I think probably one of the best parts of it was probably just like, I think the internally rewarding feeling of just like, you know, like I traveled all the way by myself to a foreign country which doesn't even speak English, you know, and I did that all by myself. I wasn't with anyone or anything like that. I booked accommodation by myself, I booked flights by myself, and I got all that stuff done. Especially because, you know, I am probably someone that has been on the rather anxious side. Well, is on the rather anxious side, I feel like, at least. Maybe not, but yeah, so getting that done was pretty good. I think first and foremost, I remember thinking that like on the day that I got there, because like I arrived at night, I had to get to my accommodation from the airport. I remember because when I touched down, I didn't have any data or anything. My data wasn't working. I was just trying to do international roaming, and I hadn't connected yet, so I wasn't on any Wi-Fi or anything either, and I still needed to get basically a taxi to my hotel. And so I just had to like go around and ask random people, you know, after the plane touched down, you know, if they could hotspot me and everything. And I remember, you know, especially because a lot of them didn't really speak that good English, I had to basically like show them the thing and be like, could you hotspot me? And luckily, I think one of the first guys I went up to, he was like, yes, of course. So that was very nice. And then yeah, got to the hotel and everything, got there a few days before the actual exchange started. And then we got into classes and everything. You know, it was really fun. Classes only went from like Tuesday to Thursday, and there were only about 4 hours worth a day. So there was a lot of time where you could just like go out. Even on days you had class, go to central Kuala Lumpur, because we were probably around 30 minutes away from the central Kuala Lumpur part. And yeah, you know, so we still went out, still like had a bunch of fun and everything. And yeah, it was just overall really good. Like the last week was a bit hectic, because we kind of had like a presentation, an assignment, and an exam all due within, you know, a week. But yeah, that was a bit much, I feel like. But other than that, it was pretty good, assignments and studying wise and everything. And yeah, and then after the trip finished, the exam finished, about 2 days later, we left Kuala Lumpur. And then yeah, I went by myself to Japan for about 3 days. And that, again, you know, similar to Malaysia, traveling by myself overseas to another country I've never been to before that doesn't really speak English, you know, was really good. And just, it kind of showed me, because I feel like I've been a lot of the time, for a lot of my life, like someone that's like even scared to get into an Uber by myself sometimes. That, you know, if I've been scared to get into an Uber from just somewhere local in my city to, you know, somewhere in Melbourne that's, you know, 20 meters away or whatever, not 20 meters, sorry, 20 minutes away, you know, I've been scared doing that. But then it's like I took a plane from Malaysia, where I've never been before, to Japan, you know, where I've never been before. Both places don't speak English, you know, like if I can do that, then of course I can get over a lot of other things in my life. So I think like that part of it was really internally rewarding. First birthday as well, that I spent away basically from my family and everything. I think that was really nice. I was with a lot of friends. We'd gone to Penang, which is another like city kind of part of Malaysia. So we took like a little bit of a flight there and everything, and just spent the weekend there when it was my birthday. So that was also really fun. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, no, it was just overall a really good fun trip, and I'm really happy I did it. Both from like actual like living life, you know, I live life. I feel like I really like live life, you know, during this trip. Like I did a lot of things and just had a lot of experiences which I'll remember, you know, probably like forever. I was also meeting a lot of new people, making a lot of friends, both, you know, people from my university, but also people just in Malaysia that was staying at my same residence from all over the world, you know. So that was pretty fun. Then meeting some local Malaysian people and everything that were just like students as well, my age, was also really good. And what else? Yeah, just exploring and everything, seeing the world. I don't know, one of my conclusions is maybe like a little bit, I don't know, makes me seem a little bit boring, but I do kind of feel like a lot of the world is similar. I feel like now that I went on this trip, I've been on like a lot of different traveling experiences. Like I've been traveling with my family, I've been traveling by myself, I've been traveling on exchange, I've been traveling with friends. Like I've done like kind of all the different types of travel, and to be honest, they don't really pique my interest that much, if we're being completely honest with each other. I feel like it's more than anything, it's a lot of like, just like social compulsion. You know, that it's like, oh, you're young, you may as well travel, is kind of what I feel the most with traveling. But in saying that, I obviously enjoy the trip. I think I would just kind of sum it up as, I don't necessarily know if, like, I feel like if I was just in Melbourne this whole time and I didn't go on the trip, would I have actually enjoyed it less, the holidays? Probably, but I don't know for certain. So that's just something I've been thinking about. But, you know, again, saying that, you know, I've got heaps of cool photos of me in Malaysia and Japan now. You know, the trip happened, it was what it was. It was definitely an experience, and, you know, one I will remember, like I said, forever pretty much. And I probably will try to do more traveling opportunities, because it's like, I mean, yeah, traveling while you're young is an opportunity you only get once. I think it's just like, what I would want more in the future is, like, when I do travel, I want it to be with more of a purpose. I mean, this one was, because it was an exchange, but I think what kind of annoyed me was, not annoyed, but it was just like just the days where you've got nothing planned and you just gotta like go and travel, otherwise you feel like, oh, I'm wasting my trip. It's just kind of like, I don't know, I don't really like that like compulsion, not to use the same word twice, but it was just like, it just felt like I had to do something, rather than like, if I wanted to just stay back one day because I'd been out the previous 5 days, like I could, but it's just like, yeah, like I just felt like, oh, I have to, otherwise I'm wasting my trip or something, which annoyed me a little bit, to be honest. But I mean, that's just an internal thing. Like at the end of the day, it's obviously not like anyone was forcing me, so that's just, you know, how I am internally. You know, I guess I wanted to make the most out of the trip, which I think I did. But yeah, anyway, it was a good trip, and obviously I'll keep talking to you guys more about it, but I do have to get back to the office now, so I will see you guys, if not on the way after work when I'm going to my event, in the next video. I guess you guys will know. So yeah, see you guys in a bit.